from Thak Ironworks. Welcome to the channel. We're just doing a little kind of catch-up video today. We seem to do this once a year kind of thing. Just let you know what's going on here at the shop and just kind of update you on a few things. This past year has been unprecedentedly busy. The busiest year I've ever had. We are just finishing up some really long-term, like 6-month projects and stuff like that. So the shop is kind of in shambles, and suddenly we have a little breathing room. And we're taking stock and trying to get our heads straight again. Eric and I are doing a little updating on the website. We've got the second half of the year's course schedule put together and just put out. So I'll talk a little bit about that. I'll show you some of the cool projects that we're working on. So let's take a little bit of walk around and then we'll get back and talk about the courses. So this is a sculptural project I'm doing for a client. And my approach is something I've never really done before. What I did was develop her and had my laser guy do these pieces here. I don't know if you're getting this, but these things pop apart then we texture them, run through the forge, get forge color and stuff like that. And then I cut them into like little shingles here, and now I'm shingling up the bear hair. And you can see it's quite a stunning effect, time consuming, but pretty cool. So I'm excited about that, but it's always very humbling when you try a different approach to sculpture and you think, oh, how hard could it be? And it's always more challenging than you think. So anyway, having a lot of fun with this one. It'll be pretty cool. I've never actually made a bear before, so it's always interesting to get a new type of genre under your belt there. So that's one project. Let's look at another one. This is a project that we're working on here. Eric and I are doing a video on, so we're right just in the process of starting this one. This is actually a shoulder piece for my Gladiator outfit that I'm working on. You may have seen the video we did recently with the Gladiator helmet. This is the next piece, which is the Manica, I believe it's called. Anyway, a shoulder arm piece, so I'm doing a lion for that. I got this piece of an old fountain that I had in my backyard that was falling apart. So I'm using that as my guide, sizing it down a little bit. Anyway, stay tuned for that video, which is coming up soon. Another video, the long-term project we're working on, which is probably going to take me the better part of the year because I only work at it sporadically. But anyway, this nude and with the twisted, I don't even know how to describe this whole thing. It will make more sense when you see the video in the future as it comes together. I'm quite happy with the skull that I did for it. It will be holding a skull. So there is copper, that's one piece. We didn't do a video for that particular portion, which is a shame, but you can't capture everything. All right, so as I said, we're updating, we just updated the course schedule. I'll talk a little bit about that. Also, we're updating the web page, which was in sore need of updating, so that is in process. By the time you see this, hopefully it will be more or less in place, but probably we're going to continue to work on it. We've got some ideas for revamping the entire thing, but check it out. There's a lot of the newer photos on there. I just want to talk about some of the courses coming up. We've got our 2-day knife course, which is a few weeks from right now at the time of this filming. And this is a course which is quite popular. It's basically introduction to knife blade smithing, where we forge a couple of knives out of 5160, heat treat them, and rough grind them to shape. This gives you kind of the nuts and bolts of starting out a knife. From there, you can go develop handles, do fine finishing, all that sort of thing. But this course is about doing the basics. Also, the axe course. This is one of our more popular courses, real guy's course, if I can say that. But it's a very empowering one to make a tool that you can put onto a handle and actually cut wood with. It's just a really good feeling to be able to do that. So the axe course is another 2-day course. We've got this one coming up in a few weeks, I think August. Again, if you're watching this in the future, this is all going to be irrelevant. This is a type of axe where we wrap a mild steel body around a tool steel edge on there that gets forge welded into place. So this is a very fun and a very intense 2-day course. Then the sword course. So this is a sword that I did during one of our sword courses a few years back. If possible, I try to do a sword as we do it and just kind of play with different themes on there. But the sword course basically involves making a two-bladed arming type sword is the basic style. We do a central fuller on both sides, two edges, and then usually it's a one-handed, sometimes hand and a half, and then we cover the quillions, pommel, handle, forging the blade, grinding in the fullers, the heat treatment, and putting the whole thing together. This is a week-long course of like 5 days, and it's our biggest bucket list course. This is something people all want to make a sword. So this is a fun one, and we've got this one coming up, I think, in later August. Check it out. All this stuff should be in the description below. I think Eric will put the schedule up there, but please check it out. Other courses, we've got our basic tool making course, which is this is the standard starting course. I've taught this one like at least 100 times, and I would say like 1,000 people have taken this course. But it is our flagship course, and it's 2.5 days long, and teaches you all about the basics of fire control, hammer control, working with coal fire, working with propane fire. What else? We make several tools in it. It's called tool making: tongs, center punch, chisel, fireplace tools. I can't remember what else. Shovel, some things like that. Anyway, it's a good course. Check it out. We've got I think a few more dates coming up this fall. Also, the basic tool making follows. The one that follows that is the intermediate tool making course. That one you expand on some of the knowledge you learned in the first course, and we make a handful of tools. This course being designed for someone who is going to go home and set up a hobby shop in the garage or shed, and they make a few tools that they're able to then have sort of a kit that gets their forge started. So intermediate tool making, that we've got that one. I think we've also got one of our advanced ones, which I think this year is the door hardware course. And that, once you've got a little experience with forging and stuff like that, the door hardware one is something that has good application with actual practical projects and moving parts. That's always fun. I can't remember what other courses. I don't know that we've got any armor courses. I think we've got a helmet one coming up, the basic, which is our introductory armor course. Making a Spangen helmet, riveting the pieces together. That one is always fun if you're into the armor thing. So I think that's it for now. Can think of anything else, Eric? I think that kind of brings us up to date. So I'm going to say goodbye. Thanks for joining in. Please comment below. Let us know what you're looking to see. You've seen a couple of the projects that we have coming up for the channel. We've got many ideas in mind, but we're just finding it very challenging to kind of stay on top and getting regular videos out. We're just too friggin' busy. So thanks. I'll see you in the future. See ya!